with how this draft has panned out. I do think the one saving grace really for Nong Shim is this King and Rumble. But everything else, I think Freecs has really gotten what they wanted.
Yeah, and they don't waste any time. You know, you see a lot of junglers that are like, "Oh, we gotta fight for it. It's the grubs. It's a big thing. I'm gonna go in and at least get one, and I'm gonna call my whole team up, and we're gonna fight over this." But instead, they're like, "Nah, we can't. Just take the Drake. It's free. It's sitting there." And in this case, it's an Infernal Drake. Not a bad pickup, especially as the game comes along. Ahead of time, he got that back in, you know, and he's gonna be here.
Let's see what he can do with it.
He's going to be here for the grubs. Kyoshik already got one, but there's a ward in the pit. And now Gideon says, I don't think you should fight me. Still a lot of CC and lockdown here for the side of DNF. So Gideon has to play it a bit carefully, but he's got his team with him. As the smite is going to go the way of Kyoshik. Kyoshik taking a bunch of damage, but he's just being follow flashed here. As the rest of the team is going on in as the shuffle from Fisher, not the greatest, but the follow-up here from the Kaisaju finally takes out the DNF jungler, as now the front line here, Lahen's going a bit too far, trying to bait this fight even further. But it doesn't look like it's going to go much further at all, as the equalizer already down didn't do much. And Nong Shim will just back away.
Yeah, and DNF will be able to pick up a grub here and equalize 2-3. Bit of a weird play there from Yoshi.
Equalizer just died instead. And you got to be careful, especially at this point in the game, even if you are Leona. Does look like Nong Shim should be able to take the second Drake here.
Yep. Hoping for a... I mean, it's a Dragon apiece. Doesn't really matter to them, was good soloing up. We'll see what it is. Compy Chemtech.
I want to say Mountain again. Oh.
It's a cloud.
Yeah, Atlas is watching, so for some reason, you know, when he's watching and I'm casting, we get a lot of Cloud Drakes.
Why do you even have to ask?
Doesn't every player play this one?
Yeah.
There are other Rumble skins.
Honestly,
like
this is possibly Riot's biggest mistake, is making a skin so good that it's just used forever.
Nobody buys the other ones?
Yeah.
As in they go, that's the equalizer right on top. Gideon goes untargetable, but the dive is going on elsewhere in the bottom lane, and this dive is very messy. Lahen's barely gets out of range, and Gideon has to flash here. It's dives on both sides of the map. First, Turret Blood is going to go the way of DNF, though.
Yeah, DNF, I think, happy with how that one panned out. Yeah. Celestial opposition on, like, Leona, you're already tanky, right? But, like, on Rakan, his biggest weakness was just getting exploded from the Fog of War, and it really helps to mitigate that.
Yeah. So they're just going to take the Rift Herald. Nong Shim avoiding any further action. Probably a good idea. Wouldn't want... Yeah, as we say that, I mean, they're not going for it right off the bat. You can see that the Raptors are being taken by Pioshik, that Dudu's up here in the top side, and in they go. On to Dudu, but Fisher not going for the Drake yet. He's like, no, I don't have to.
This bot tier 2, they got time.
It was such an overcommittal to the top side of the map from Nong Shim that DNF are like, you know what?
At the top, like, you got the tower, why are you still there? And then the opposite side, Freecs, like, I don't mind them getting the vision, but they spent a lot of time take this dragon, and I feel like they were just kind of sacrificing tempo.
They got the Gromp. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's very important.
Well, regardless, they pick up the dragon. 2-1 in favor of that, and feeling pretty comfortable in this game so far.
Especially before that Muramasa. In they go. That's extremely deep. And Pioshik is going to just die. I'm not sure how else to call that one, guys. He went in, he flashed, no, he didn't flash even, he just shuffled away. And that might just be an Otacon free for Nong Shim. Down on gold.
I think that might be it. I think that might be the worst play I've seen in this season so far. That was really something from Pioshik.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
Can we give a top 3 at least?
Yeah, we might have to have the Mad movie. Okay, looking for a little
nice dodge.
and very nice dodge. Didn't even have the scrap shield at that time. He used it afterwards, so lacking the movement speed didn't matter. And Pioshik's like, okay, he used it, and the guy.
I mean, okay.
Like, okay, yeah.
I think he was trying to. He thought the ult could connect before he could get like his E off to that distance, and Bulldog would still be in range in North America. So
yeah,
he does have a good grasp on English.
That's why. That must have been it. Well, he's gonna Weaver Zing up into the mid lane. Oh, there you go. There's the flick back on a Fisher, and he's just gonna withdraw.
And
And in they go. They want more. They want to get something for this. The equalizer's pretty huge as in comes King in, looking for some value. Not the highest value out of Khan I've ever seen, but at least he got the 1 kill.
Dragon is now up, and Gideon is just soloing it. Such a weird game. Such a strange
It is.
game.
It really is. Jace
He's
is
got
3.
items. I don't trust the Jace.
Oh, Lahens! What is happening? Just flashing on in. Might get punished for it too. As in they go into that back line, the follow-up is there. Gideon in a bit of trouble, but the damage is not quite there. They go way too deep, and Bulldog just cannot extend as far as they did. And call that an overextension where I'm from.
I think they call that an overextension everywhere. I think there's nothing specific to it.
Yeah, well, Bulldog, he's gonna try.
Oh, the Baron damage came in.
Yeah, this is a scary Baron.
The Hen's going on a long flank, but they are just going to die. What?
That was an insane amount, and Gideon just dashes over the rocks and dies. Kingen as well, he's got a little bit of peel, but oh man, the Baron throw of all Baron throws. Kingen now on the run. I mean, they've got to be able to just go. Okay, well, he's going to get 1 kill, but still, they stop the Baron. They win the fight. Baron, and the recalls did not come in fast enough. I say that though, Fisher in position. Gideon here as well.
Steal.
He can easily get over that wall. It's just going to come down to a straight up flip, and it goes to Gideon. After all of that, they also killed the Rakan, but Gideon is down as well. And now it's all up to Jiwoo, who doesn't really have a front line anymore. Flashing on in his Bulldog, nearly gets his head taken off. But at the end of the day,
Just keep running, Jiwoo.
even if Jiwoo does go down, oh,
The recall. No, you can't get it.
he's gonna try. He's gonna try. Does he miss? No, he doesn't. And even as Vision in the brush afterwards.
As I said, Pyoshik saw it all. No, he didn't.
And providing that tankiness.
You do try to look for some poke angles. A big shock blast could go a long way here. That was not a big shock blast.
Yeah.
That was a regular shock blast.
And the big one also gonna miss. That's just a Cloud Drake to them. The Solar Flare goes wide. The Equalizer does a bit of damage, but no overcommittal here. As the Seismic Shock comes in goes Jiwoo already. All over the way this game is going.
It feels like both teams like, okay, we got to respect them. They're in control.
All right, well, they're trying to get on top of Fisher here. That's the value of the Zhonya's. There's the knock, a perfectly timed from Bulldog. And just like that, 1 step out of position. And Fisher is dead. Lahens has to flash.
Yep. Baron at 20. Fisher's TP, but he's going to be up long after it spawns. DN Freecs still looking. A little bit of a whiff from the ult from Pyoshik, used onto the not Kai'Sa.
Trying to get some poke down. King gonna run forward into them to dodge the seismic shove, but might bait his team into a fight here. It looks like they want to have a fight the turn here onto Dudu, but he lives with the flash, and now everybody's just running away. Presses his R, goes in, takes out 2, but he's dead. And now with Berserker alive.
Oh, Lahens, don't die.
Let's
run.
Well, he's dead. Okay.
He's definitely dead.
He's super dead. Okay,
That's
here
so
comes
low.
Kingen and Fisher.
I actually think they just died.
Yeah. This is what I was saying. I don't think you have enough tankiness with these two. They're being burnt to a crisp. Bulldog is just dead. The ult drives Pyoshik into him somehow. Fisher gonna not die, but somehow Kingen not able to do enough damage, but the Baron is stopped.
He needs to make the hero play here to back up his jungler. And gets 2, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah. I mean, he gets 2 and makes it so that there's only 3 squishy members here, right? I do like how well he's sidestepped the seismic shoves.
That was pretty neat.
Especially because Bulldog has been so accurate, but the one guy, getting in there. There's the cleanse, pretty good against Leona, and the damage is done. Lahens is down, in goes Gideon, and immediately gets blown up, regretting that R press for sure.
Do I hate Neferi?
Oh, there we go. In goes Bulldog, but Jiwoo's got a lot of...
No way.
Okay, no, Jiwoo also dashed over the rocks. No, you can't make this up. Jiwoo is trying to get away. He's burning. Will he die? No, it looks like he will survive, barely.
By Pyoshik on the buy, and I said this might have been the worst play we've had this season.
Yeah.
It has now lost that spot.
We're going to need an apology letter. Not about numbers. Although, as I say that, let's take a look at the numbers here on the item value graph.
As you can see, the Rumble is very fed with only a 4,000 gold deficit.
It's very hit Kingen and Lahens. That's how much damage it does. It's not negligible.
Yeah. It's not like full lethality damage. We're not expecting that.
Yeah.
The one that really stands out to me people didn't think of it as broken, but it was popping off in the LPL and was terrible in the LCK Shyvana.
Oh.
Remember Peanut Shyvana games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Please no.
Please no. Yeah, they're getting this push off. That's the last second of the Baron.
Oh, Equalizer does a good amount of lock damage to the Locket Shield.
At least I think absolutely.
100%. Gideon has that dog in him.
Piosik's kind of going in, but not really. Up here on the top side as well. In goes Lens, is getting charmed up. And the peel is there, but the Zhonya's, Fisher in a lot of trouble. But Gideon and Bulldog also getting into it. The flash away from Bulldog, but the Equalizer's down, and it's massive. Few flashes into 4 people! And he's gonna get one, but he's got the TA, and he has the backup, more importantly. As now the follow-up comes in from the rest of Nong Shim. There's the divide, and takes out the Fed Jace. Berserker on the run, too. And untargetable. Barely.
Piosik's tail, the Elder Flip. This is where it ends. Nong Shim managed to clutch out the fight, managed to find the comeback, and should be able to take the Elder here.
DNF have to deal with Exodia.
Yeah. I think you just have to let them have it. And I think the thing is the Elder's only for 1:20. If you push the waves out a little bit.
Look at top wave. I mean, they can just kind of...
No, I think you can clear that out.
They'll just go mid, I guess.
And that's fine.
They're so fast with their push. Okay, the wall's going to help a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to take, like, what, 7 seconds off? A little bit less. Don't ever overcommit. There's still a lot of damage they're going to take before the fight even happens.
20 seconds, mid-inhib down. They have to try and find a way to protect this top inhib, though. You don't want to give over both.
13 seconds.
Wait, Nong Shim is trying to dive.
Yeah, he lands a solo there on a Bulldog, the one guy who's not quite able to get out of it. He doesn't have flash, and he just burns down. And now with no Talia, they might just be able to push this one 5v4 even without Elder buff. They have the Baron buff here. They're going to push with the top wave. Dudu desperate to clear out these minions. And he's doing a decent job of it. Looks like the mid wave, though, is coming in. This tower on the top side is getting quite low. King and trying to do his best, but he's actually getting burst down by Dudu. And you can see they're so apprehensive to try to go for the end at this point in time, but they're just going to send it right now. They get Gio into the back line. He does have the Zhonya's, by the way, 6th item. And now they're just going to try to peel for him. Just auto the Nexus, but Gio has other thoughts in mind as he wants more kills, but his team ends the game.
The matchup in Anar, very playable. We've seen it go comfortably in the right hands before. And you have so many champions diving into you to get huge value. Ezreal should also be pretty good.
He's going to 3 Talon strike this Grub.
Where are the Talons? I see 3 Grubs. Well, 2 now. Oh, Gideon.
Gideon just got stunned, and now he's being chased down. Has to flash away. That's kind of awkward. And they're just kind of leaving him to die.
Dead.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, you're super dead, bro. Maybe Bulldog? No, he's
actually
going to get away.
Bro was in the last series.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
They would have said, you're super dead, Nong Shim Gideon.
Nong Shim RedForce Gideon.
Oh, sorry.
To you, yeah.
Yeah, you know that. You don't know the ability names.
I do know the team names. I think that is a little bit more important.
Maybe Deagon's just always disappointed with them.
You know, checks out.
Okay, well, Nong Shim are heavily invading this red buff. In life, I don't think you can contest it. You're not all jungle growl.
Yeah. Gideon wants his revenge.
Oh, Gyochik's going in.
Follow-up. And the thing is, they don't have Zeri, so they don't do anything. They just die.
Yes.
So that's the end of Fisher and his invade.
And Jiwoo played well last game. So,
yeah. And the way that game 1 went, if it gets chaotic, Zeri's going to love it. And so will Ezreal and Ari and Aatrox, but forget about that.
Get chaotic.
Forget about that for just a second.
Whoa.
Nice hook there, actually, to deny the crash down. But Kingen on Mininar is getting so bullied here. Fisher also losing against Bulldog on the left side. They're not going to be able to challenge this Chemtech Drake, so that just goes over to DNF. Maybe it's an anchor line, and that's why it's dredge line. I don't know much about ships.
You're not a nautical expert.
Maybe Degon does.
He's
from America.
What? You're from America.
Yeah, but so is...
Did Degon serve in the Navy? I could imagine it.
Probably. I mean... Maybe he didn't, but he probably did.
I'm just picturing Degon in a sailor's outfit.
Yeah.
So, you know...
Moving.
Wait, You've just control ward. You know there's a ward.
Okay, well now he doesn't have his world ender, so he's just dead. And that's a kill to guess who? Jiwoo.
You know what's messed up there?
What?
He didn't let Gideon get the hard steel stack. Arcane Shift does fire a projectile.
Yeah.
Wait, is Essence Flux passive? Am I wrong?
No. That's a charm on the Galio, and also a Magnus Storm. I mean, Fisher's kind of just shaking it off, and then he's just going to ult on top of Lehens. This dive is going massively wrong. And again, Pyosik dives on a top dive, although this time they at least get the kill at the end of the day. Lehens also is just Nautilus, so he's in a bit of trouble. Nice dodges there. But can he dodge the charm? He's sticking around. He's got some reinforcements, and now the charm misses, so he's sticking around.
Trying to get the Zeri in there.
Yeah. Trying to bait this for as long as possible, and it's going to work out. Lehens, he's just so good at this. The Impale comes down, and that is the end of Bulldog eventually. They want to get the kill over. Nearly the Rock Steal goes over to Gideon.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of damage. Gonna push them back. There's the charm, but Galio doesn't care about that.
Yeah, and it was just not finishing off the Dragon. So one of the concerns would be, hey, they banned Zerial. Are they going to want to fight Dragon? But little soccer outfit.
She's got like the cape and stuff. I think it just looks cooler. That's a free Rift Herald here for Nong Shim, by the way. And
yeah,
again, it's
sweeping up.
It's a game where DN Freecs are ahead on gold, and pretty much every lane is doing well except for Zeri. Since the LCK Cup, where they just kind of give up a lot. I mean, now they're just getting a charge in the mid. It's going to be a mid-tier 1. And now maybe even a kill. The Impale going to hit 2. And the Zeri ult on top. They're very tanky, but still, it's a kill. It's traded back. The 2 supports are going to go down. Flash away here as Gideon in a lot of trouble, and he will be traded back. It's a couple over to Berserker. And so at least he's getting fed himself too.
Yeah, good answer back. Looking to pressure this tower here. The TP's coming in from Kingin. Doesn't get stopped by Dudu. Beggar!
Oh boy, that is a lot of trouble here for Bulldog. He's going to take another turret shot, but they're killing the Mininar underneath the turret. As Berserker's like, nah, I'm just going to take this tier 1. Flash on in! Speak about aura farming. He's looking for the kill now. Because she kind of did a similar thing where you could never get away from her. So a lot of
I think what's crazy is like Zeri's playable now, but how ungodly she was once upon a time.
Yeah. Well, we're playing something now. We got TPs coming in. Fisher jumping away, but Lehens is just going to be the bait that, well, not the bait, just the sacrifice. Oh, the flash forward is beautiful from Dudu. That's going to be a couple of kills just in the pocket. They were just kind of ran into each other in the river.
Looking to get the Dragon. That's the thing, it is Voracious Sadakan, so the buff in and of itself isn't valuable. It's only valuable if you can transition it into something, right? Dragon's now down. Baron's not going to be up in time. So you have to get something off this. Right now they're looking at this top tier 2. They should be able to get this. Will they be able to get any more is the question.
So they're looking for life, actually. We do have Bulldog here as well, but the push kind of continuing in the top side. Yes, life will be withdrawn. So Jiu should be able to pick up 200 more gold. So there you go, he does get that. Now they already took the inner, so they can't really push this any further. If they could just figure out how to play better around objectives and as a team, they would be so good.
Well, like this is like the copy pasta.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just those 2 things. It's not everything else.
Okay.
It's not mid game, late game, early game, mid, macro, micro. Oh boy. Well, Pyosik's pretty deep, but he does have the Otacon buff still, so trying to make this into a fight in their favor. Now Lehens has to flash away. Kind of unfortunate for him. A lot of damage is being done to Gideon as well. He has to flash out of that one. In they go. Big extendo beam onto multiple, and DNF don't want to give away free gold. So
Not imagine.
Well,
so can feel a little bit more
I can't believe you would
fragile.
say that about Lehens.
Lehens is just... Oh, they're looking.
Oh boy, just gonna face check the brush, and the Impale is gigantic! But here comes the rest of the squad. Jiu, though, is totally protected and cannot get in on the Galio. I thought maybe with the Aatrox could find an angle, but it wasn't meant to be. They do only get 1, and Pyosik gets away barely. Ooh. That's gonna have to be flashed by Ezreal.
Played a dangerous game there. Like, DN Freecs win. You know, even a situation where like Berserker and Dudu trade for Jiwoo, they might still win. Like that is how much of the power in the fights is down to this Zeri, who not only has the most gold, but is a lot of that follow through.
Galio, he doesn't even have TP. He's about to get it.
Unless
I mean,
he doesn't have flash.
Yeah, now Pyosik in a little bit of a weird spot. It's just going to come down to a flip because why not? It goes to Aatrox, as that is going to be a big impale and the stun into the wall, but Dudu does survive just barely. TP coming in from behind, but this Zeri is popping off. Lahens might go down. They do take him down, but look at this Zeri. Dudu going to get one. He's looking for more. He goes over the wall. Dudu in a lot of trouble, gets taken out. Life and Berserker so super low. He dodges the charm. He dodges everything. And the follow-up is looking to come in here. The Flash Stone thrown in his face, and Bulldog also has to flash. And those broken up team fights are always going the way of Jiu and Nong Shim.
Just good to see a punish there. DM Freecs having the audacity to start that dragon up, just thinking, hey, we can sneak him free.
Top, another kill. I think it was mid. It was just like, just one kill by one, as now World Ender Dudu, he's just getting bullied on the bottom side. They just didn't have much vision in their own jungle, and eventually they'll just give the kill over. He is legendary on the Zeri, in the Zeri composition.
Yeah.
No reaction just yet. Okay, finally Nong Shim are beginning to collapse. As the Xanadu comes through, they know this is happening. And it might just come down to a flip. Pyosik sticking around. There's the ult, but the Galio's still in there. Fisher's just going to go golden, waiting for the right time to pull the trigger as the Megadar. Look at this timing here from King, and it just comes up. He only ults Pyosik back in. A nice ult from Life in that front line. Lahens is going to go down first, but the Zeri, again, is totally uncounted for. They do a bit of damage to him. Bulldog desperate to take him out, but it's not quite enough. Berserker, though, extremely healthy here on the left side. They do take out Bulldog. Berserker on the chase. It looks like King will have to sacrifice. It's now the front line, trying to chase him down. This Ezreal is very slippery, especially for these two champions. And Jiu, he's life sealed up. Yeah, he's ready to go.
I mean, if they slow kill Berserker,
well, they're just going to do the Baron, I guess.
I guess they can.
Yeah.
They can just body block with the Baron.
Oh, he got hit by that.
But he can't heal up. They can just use the Baron to block the Mystic shots.
Yeah. Berserk, I mean, at some point he's going to look to get this angle up top, but he doesn't have smite or anything, so he can only poke, and that's not going to be enough.
Yep, good moves
to Baron.
Good patience. Dragon is up. Bulldog's up in 20, but has TP. Dude, it's just scuttle. Just no one cares. Go set up for Dragon. Well, now Nong Shim will be able to start up this Dragon, and no real contest for that.
Yeah, it's double Mountain. And now Mountain Soul points here for Nong Shim. Just imagine, you've got this fed Zeri, you've got this extremely tanky frontline that's only getting tankier.
By the way, so double cleanse effect, essentially. Well, I guess now cleanse is on cooldown, but has that for the charm if it does come in. And now Bulldog with no ult. They're kind of just in defensive mode.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the best wave clear either. I mean, Ezreal trying his best. Ari is okay. Nice charm here on that King, in a bit of trouble. Has to flash. Look at that damage coming in. The Impale is onto life only. They do take him out, though, as Ziwu's just a raid boss right now. Going to take out the Xindao. And just like that, everybody stays healthy. It's a bit, it's a bit scary, but it's fine because they still have the Zeri, who was 12-0-3. They're going to take down this mid inhibitor, and they have the push in top and bot. Every lane pushing in now for Nong Shim. Fed in his own right is just able to push and tank up by himself. Has a decent amount of damage in his items. Looking for the death cap next. Might as well at this point in the game, 36 minutes. As yeah, they'll get a hook onto anything. Fisher playing with fire a bit on the top side, but True Shot Barrage goes wide. He's still very tanky. He's able to get away. Has to flash. He has to Q flash and, ult on top of Jiu. That's really the only way. As they're going to go in onto Lahens, actually. That is a very nice Magnet Storm, but it does not catch Jiu. And that is the main character of this story tonight. As Bulldog, he's going to have to get away. In goes Berserker. Trying to take out Fisher. Going to get the Sonyas. As this is getting a wee bit dirty here in this base. Jiu. Again, they're trying to protect him, but the front line is being chipped away at. Down will go the Skarner. And Kingen about to get the Meganar, but this Ezreal also quite fed. As the house gonna hit, and that is enough damage to take him out.
Oh, Bulldog's about to have ult again. Does he? I don't think he's gonna luck. Jiwu's still too healthy. Gotta siege the enemy Nexus towers.
Nong Shim wouldn't be the first. It won't be the last. Mountain Drake goes to DNF.
Yeah, so pretty big to deny the soul. Baron is being worked on, though, and triple inhibitors down plus Baron is a recipe for a bad time. At that point, You don't even need to do anything. You let the minions do the work.
Sitting at 7-1-5. Just had a good game outside of his team losing, obviously. As now looking to go. Oh! Kyoshik with the angle is going to get onto that backline too. He's actually alive though. They're not able to take him down. And now he's just kiting them. And there you go. The entire team able to tank it up, and they had the angle. They found the desperation miracle fight, but still, they were not able to kill King Jiwoo.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.